I'm just gonna show up to her competition in August and be like, check it out.
You know what, actually, let's do this one. So you're gonna have this leg straight and then turn. Turn your hips this way, but this is safe. I know. And then your hamstring right here. And then sit into it.
I believe we have found the thumbnail. Good morning, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. With today, we're going through a little bit of leg day. A good friend of mine, Liz, if you want to introduce yourself.
Hey, my name is Liz.
We're going to competition we have in August.
23rd and October 4th, actually. So 2 back-to-back.
The biggest thing also, she is natural. I'm gonna go through a leg day. We're gonna do it without all the enhancements. We're just gonna see what our muscles can do. What do you have in store for us today?
Thinking of going glutes and hammies, for sure. For my division, which is wellness, it's a lot of glutes and hammies, and you win basically the competition from the back.
My legs are terrified, if that's okay. Let's get into it. Let's see what we can learn. Let's get it, bro.
Hamstrings and glutes. So hip abduction is the first thing to do. But before that, we're gonna do weapon lunges just to get our hip flexors warmed up. Okay. So that way we can squat.
Oh, we're doing squat.
Yeah, well, some movements, yeah.
I gotta. So I'm gonna kind of open up my hip wide. Am I touching the knee, that back knee?
You can.
Oh my gosh.
You're just focusing more on opening up that hip.
Emphasizing the swing of my leg, right?
Yes.
I gotta go out.
So these are external and internal rotation. So you're gonna go here. So it's moving your actual hip joint.
Oh, okay, so keeping the knee nice and locked.
Don't push it forward or too much back.
Okay.
It should be straight out from the hip. And when you're here, try to like really dig in.
Yeah.
This is really important for getting the joint ready. If your joints are not healthy, your muscles are not gonna be healthy. Because every movement,
Thanks.
muscle-wise, they start from a joint.
They feel ready to go.
Let's go hip abduction and abductions.
Adduction or abduction?
Do you feel them?
Yeah, they feel nice and activated.
It's both. So it's 4 sets of 10.
Okay. You just have a magnet on it?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
So in this one, you're doing like slow and controlled or really just going nice and
Yeah,
now?
slow and controlled. Really focus on the squeeze. So don't like fully close it.
Okay.
Leave some kind of leeway, but then focus on like squeezing on the isometric hold and then slowly up. That's when you really truly know if you have the dominance of a weight. It's not about tossing the weight. Everybody can toss and jerk a weight. It's more so if you can do that.
I'll tell you what I don't have. I don't have the dominance of this weight. Bro, she's doing these 85s with ease.
Nah.
It's like, nah.
No, I'm not. I'm struggling. You just have to smile through it.
Yeah, there you go.
So adductions is for the inner thighs and abduction is obviously for the outside right here of the leg and the glutes. So this is more so for engagement and to warm up for like a big lift, like a squat.
My favorite thing right now is hack squatting. Hack squatting and like with the leg press, like the hip abductions and hip abductors, people are like, bro, I'm telling you, it's a game changer. Because like she said, it really warms up, like not just like, of course, your glutes and everything, but it warms up your hips. So when you're doing those movements, dude, it's like, you're only focusing on your quads. You're not focusing on the pain in your hips. You're not focusing on like the back pain that's in there. Like you're not focused on any of that because everything's already warm. So it's just like, it's just cake. Especially in this industry, you see a lot of women that have a type of fear of like getting too bulky or too muscular or while they lift.
Yes.
So somebody who is brand new, like I wouldn't say somebody who's been in the game, but somebody's like, hey, I really don't want to because I've heard bad stories or whatever. What would you want to tell that person?
So I usually show them pictures of like what fat looks versus muscle. And once they have that visual and I ask them, what looks bulky? And they go like, oh, women who look that huge, it's because they've been lifting for so long. And they probably 9 out of 10 use performing enhancing drugs. Therefore, that's why they're that big.
Yeah.
Whew, I feel warmed up. Do they have a pendulum squat here or no?
They do.
They do? Ooh. Well, fun.
Actually, they don't. Never mind. They just sold. They just
Too
sold
bad.
today.
You can't back up now.
I'm a gentleman. I'm letting her rack her own weights.
Sheesh. So we want it to be somewhat high-ish. Our toes pointing out, full range of motion. 1.
So you want on this one, you want to keep the legs nice and wide.
to engage more of the glutes instead of the quads.
4 sets of 10 as well?
6, yep. Everything is 4 of 10.
Cool. I'll probably ask again if it's 4 sets of 10.
8. I might do one more set with that and then 45s.
You don't mind foot sweat, do you?
Oh, it's fine.
Well, I might slip.
Oh.
Never mind.
And then when you do full range of motion, don't just drop and lose the engagement. Try to like leave some.
Leave that little bit of bend there?
That way you develop also the tie-in, which is the part behind the hamstring, what connects with the glutes.
Okay.
Just think of it like a barbell squat, kind of. 5, 6.
So as she was talking about, she's going all the way full range of motion, all the way down, all the way up. She's still keeping that little bit of like bend in there, and she's not locking out. It's another big thing. Like she's not clipping her leg. She's up at the top barely a little bit, and then when she goes all the way down, she's not resting at the bottom. She's stopping about right there.
Keep that engagement. We don't want to lose it. The top is from Wolfgang Apparel. They're originally from Houston. Really great quality, love it. A little mismatch, but I wanted to do She-Hulk because it's leg day, and I'm like, I need to hype myself up. I need the strength.
5, good, there you go. Come on, come on.
Last one.
There it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. Oh. Nice. Very nice.
Whew. Yeah. Inhale down, exhale up, go. There we go, 9, one more. And 10. Him just rolling.
Good. Very nice. Very nice.
Honestly, I think I got one more, but nah. We'll save it for the next one.
What do you guys think? Is it coming in or what?
Yes, they are. But women.
David showed me the one, I guess you like pop forward and then like. Like that
Well, he does classic.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I do one.
Oh, that's true.
So my pose is.
Like up and out. Oh, okay, I got you.
So this is my front pose. Then I do quarter to the right, quarter to the right. I kind of do that hair flip thing and then here. So they're trying to see my tie-in with the glute and the glute engagement. So I always have to tilt my hips up, my back and shoulder blades down. Because for this federation, you have to show your back. And
That's what I was gonna ask,
NPC and IFBB, they cover the back.
Huh.
They don't need to see the back. They just want to see the hair flip and whatnot and kind of like the girly thing. Here, they do want to see some muscle definition. So I have to learn both ways.
Right.
1.
Okay, so pressing down. Kind of like, yeah, pendulum a little bit, right?
It's a leg press, but it's straight down. So it's more emphasis on your glutes and your tie-in right here. And if you don't feel it as much, you can go even wider. And that's why it's important to do the walking lunges like we did. So that way we can do that.
Okay, that makes sense.
So your hips are gonna feel it way more. And then wider. Think of it like squat again.
Okay, so like right here?
And then toes out. Not too, yeah, that's perfect. 7, 8, 2 more. 2, 1 more. 1.
So now that I know what it feels like, that's actually insane. Like the depth.
6, yep.
Very nice.
7. Form over weight. Don't ego lift. Be careful with hitting your head.
Is this what you wanted to see?
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Forget that last thumbnail.
I don't know why every time it's leg day, I wash my damn hair. Like, why do I even do that?
I hear a lot of different opinions for like people who go to the gym. Like even guys, like they'll shower before they hit the gym.
I do that depending on what I'm doing first. But 9 out of 10, I do a fasted cardio in a sauna suit. Yeah, that's disgusting.
Dripping all over.
Yes.
That's sweat.
That is sweat.
Oh my.
So this is me sending it to a client of mine because she's like, why do you shower? And I'm like, because that.
Do you ever have like, when you're like, I really just want to stop right now? Well, it's like, what's that one thing that's like, just keep going? What's that motivation?
It really is going back to my big reason why I started this. What legacy I want to leave here? What message do you want to kind of like showcase to your friends and family
Yeah.
type deal. For the last rep, we're gonna go 45s.
Oh my God. 8, very nice. 9, there it is, last one, come on. There it is, there it is. Okay, good stuff. Let's go.
Let's go.
Pause, went in. There you go.
There we go. That was a good one, actually. That pause.
All right, so you're saying we're doing like an RDO with a
Yes,
twist,
B
right?
stance.
Okay.
So B stance is pretty much the straight leg is the working leg. This is going to be ever so slightly behind the heel, hip width apart, obviously, behind the heel of the working leg, and then you're hinging so you can feel it in your hamstring and your glutes. But we're going to add a little rotation to add more of the side glute or abductors right here.
Okay. 75s is crazy.
Yeah. Well, that's Olympic weightlifter in me.
Kind of see what she was explaining before, like as she goes down, she's doing a turn. So it's almost as like she's putting the dumbbell on the other side of her ankle.
So by adding the rotation, you get more of a stretch in the glute further than your normal, typical range of motion, just to give it extra chef's kiss. Obviously, you're gonna feel it in the lower back as well, since it's the main stabilizer. And your lower back is part of your core. And when I mean core, I mean the whole torso. Not just abs, it's the obliques, it's the lower back. Your back can be strong if you train it to be strong. And then when we start on the next set, we're gonna start with the one that we ended with to keep the pump.
There it is. Very nice. How we feeling?
Exhausted, but good. I haven't done glutes in a while because of my period and whatnot.
Yeah.
This past week, when women go through the period, it sucks. And your energy levels, hormones, everything changes. Yeah.
So I never really heard, since you brought it up, I never really heard a lot with women lifting. Like, unfortunately, like there's a disadvantage that you guys have that men don't. Obviously, we don't have that time of the month. And it's just like, I've always wondered, like, does it really affect in a major way? How does it affect you personally?
It does affect me a lot. Not only physically, how I feel energy-wise, and just like, even my endurance, stamina, everything's affected. On a normal day, you have to push yourself, and adding that while your hormones are kind of like all over the place and volatile, sometimes can really push, like put you in a bad state mentally too. The way I manage it, do a pull day first, because women know when you push, when you're in those days, it's very uncomfortable. You don't want to really exert
That energy for that?
like not only the energy, but just like a pushing movement, because it just feels weird and awkward. Depending on my energy, how it goes throughout the week, I shift according to how I feel that day.
Yeah.
If your body is saying no, take it as a sign to, take a rest. Remember, you're taking a rest, but a rest doesn't mean you're quitting or you're not gonna do what you need to do. Because if you just stay stagnant and not continue to push or add to your bank or that investment in your body to fulfill what you want to fulfill, then obviously you're gonna go back to your ways.
I think that's a good point. Like if you're taking a rest, you're not quitting.
Right.
You're not stopping. You're just listening to your body.
Right.
All right, so we're about halfway through this workout with Liz. We got a little Lenny and Larry snack to keep us going. She said she would share, thank God, because I'm broke. This is like, I guess, a prep type of training. It's a little bit different than what I would do, but this is her livelihood. This is what she does. At the beginning, she definitely said like, oh, we're gonna be here for 5 hours. And then we were like, she was just like, what? So I don't think she was kidding about that. So we might be here for a little bit longer. It's been 2 hours, 3 hours. So we got a couple more hours if she's serious. But yeah, I'm gonna get me a snack. Let's go. Why do you think it's so easy for people to consume like 3,500 calories of like Whataburger or like McDonald's or whatever? Because there's so many calories in those meals, you don't even know. But like when you really sit down and you like weigh your food and you eat, it's almost like you're eating so much more. You're eating the same amount of calories, but you just feel like, oh, this sucks. I hate eating this much.
It's better quality, denser quality and nutrition versus empty, not so much nutrition.
A lot of people are like, oh, I'll just drink a protein shake. But it's like, that's good, but at the same time, like you want to have those nutrients and those fuel. What's like a go-to meal that you would probably do?
I would say prep on your day off. get excited to fuel your body properly for the week. Obviously, the easiest route is ground turkey. It's already kind of like there. You just have to move it around, season it. I play around with seasonings more than anything. So there's very many ways of still fueling your body properly, efficiently, quickly, and still be within your macros. I actually have a scale at my job to measure if I want to have my goals met and fulfill what I want to fulfill. I have
Measure your food.
to measure it.
Cool. You ready to go? Next
Yeah. What is your favorite leg day or leg exercise?
one? Hack squats.
Hack squats. And for posterior chain?
Lying leg. Lying leg hamstring.
Curls. Perfect. Why?
Because I really feel the stretch. Like when you're on the bottom and then you go heavy, and then you pull it, you get that little.
Yeah, literally. That's what I like too, honestly.
There's nothing better than having a hamstring pump.
Oh, yes.
I used to like RDLs a lot more, but recently I've been feeling a lot in the leg hamstring, and the lying leg hamstring.
So what is your mission and vision with your channel?
My mission and vision is really to reach out to, especially the beginners. I want to show that number one, the gym is not an intimidating place.
Right.
Number two, the gym is just an outlet for everything else in life.
Right.
I managed to change my life through making my body better. And I think teaching other people, like, this is just the first step. Use this as that, if I can do it in here,
Right.
I can do anything I want to out there. You know what I mean? So if,
Yes.
I have people that follow me that it's just like, I don't really care for the gym. I'm not gonna weigh my food. I'm not gonna do any of that stuff, which to me is like, it's okay, that's your choice. Yeah. You're choosing to do that. But I wanna show that any decision you make, you can change your life for the better in any way that you go. That you just gotta make the decision of what you wanna do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my outlet, of course, is fitness, so I do it through fitness, but that's really the main thing. Because I've had my story is like whenever I started out, I was just a very dark place, didn't care about anything. I was very big, and that was the one thing I knew. So I decided to attack it and go deep into it. But I didn't just change, like, of course, my physique, but it's like I changed my mindset on how I look at everything. So I think that is a big deal that a lot of people, especially today, can have this like, we just need to be not scared. Scared's a bad word, but be fearful, I guess, of life, of being like, we need to do everything like by the book. It's like, nah, you can just change your mindset and do whatever you want to do.
But that's cool. I can relate with the dark space.
Yeah.
And how the gym also saved me. So yeah.
What happened with you? What's your story?
So I have a semicolon right here. I don't know if y'all know what that means. In the mental health community, that means that you tried to commit suicide. So the gym was my outlet for sure. Getting myself out of it, and I was very young. I was involved in sports. I got myself, surrounded by good people who helped me, but the gym was pretty much what got me through it for sure.
Yeah.
Like that mentality shift too, and like proving myself that I can do something, and kind of like you said, like enjoy life and do the things you want to do. But this is only adding for you to be healthier, so you can do those healthy things you want to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, yeah, and grammatically, you end a sentence with a period, but you continue with a semicolon. So instead of ending my life, I continue.
You continue. That's good. I like that. So the semicolon is that.
So whenever you see somebody with a tattoo that has that, it's either representing somebody who committed or tried to commit, or they themselves tried to commit.
There's so many people out there that are hurting, that feel a type of way. So it's like, what I try to do is whenever I talk to the camera, I want to see myself whenever I was like in that space on the other side watching, to kind of see myself like, this is you if you just keep going.
Right.
And just have that mindset change and keep going. Like those days when I was like 2 months into my physique changing, I personally didn't see anything changing, but it was just like, just keep going, stay consistent, be disciplined, and go all the way through.
I'm dying, but I'm listening.
No, you can't.
I'm like, I'm making a face, but I'm generally listening to you.
What is your, if you don't mind talking about it, what is like something that really got you to that point? Was it family? Was it maybe a person? Was it just life? Was it just work?
All of them.
All of them?
Yeah, all of them. I'm not gonna lie, like it was a lot of things going on.
My attempt was when I was more of a teenager, so it was more school, family.
Yeah.
It was a hodgepodge of a lot of things. My surgery. And then that's when I really started to hit the gym even further. And like you were saying earlier, like changed my mental aspect, felt better, wanted to do something with my life. I'm eternally grateful for the gym because of that.
Yeah. So also, I mean, but it sounds like as well, like surrounding yourself with people who genuinely care about you is a big thing. As that person that reached out to you, did they know you were going to, or it was just like that phone ring when they were going to, and then they're like, wait, what are you doing? Kind of thing, you know?
Kind of. And you know, you're a teenager, you don't know how to express to your parents like what you're going through.
Yeah.
It's even hard to talk to them about like, oh, I like a guy or a girl, you know, in high school.
Yeah. When I was a teenager, I had that, I guess, with my parents are very strict, but they were also, I was also the last one of 4. So they were strict, but they were very like I was open with them, but I wasn't open with them. I guess what I'm saying is I never felt that before. So for someone who has felt that before, if a teenager were to tell you like, hey, I'm feeling this, now that you've experienced everything and gone through it, would you tell them, hey, you need to tell your parents, or would maybe do something else? Or is it one of those things they should talk to somebody or go through something, or what should they do?
Definitely, 100%. Like they should talk to somebody, especially an adult that could kind of like guide them properly. Because that's what I needed really, was guidance and an outlet and to be understood probably, and to be heard. Talk to somebody, whoever it is, adult-wise, but that you trust and you feel like they can actually listen, deep listening, like they're understanding where you're coming from, like they're understanding what's going on, so they can guide you properly and hopefully help you out that funk. And there is a bigger plan than what we think we have above us. So yeah, life is beautiful. Which is your what is your favorite post meal?
Panda Express.
No, we just become best friends.
Panda
like, I'm not even joking.
Express.
Like, we just became BFFs. Since we don't have a little, like 2 benches or 2 steps, this is a makeshift step. Just collect your plates and stack them up. Maybe 1 more, yeah. Just to create height and depth.
Is it in 10?
2. 9. 10. So wide and toes out. Kind of like a plie situation.
Like this?
Yes. So that way you can feel your adductors and your glutes.
Okay.
1, 2, 8. You got it. 9. 1 more. 10. That's what I freaking thought. Heart rate.
Nice. Yeah, even a little wider, I can see it. I gotta put my legs a little wider.
6.
Nice.
10. Let's go 1 more. 1.
Nice. Should I keep it like this?
Yes.
Or do I keep it over?
No, you should be keeping it straighter. It's just harder for me.
Okay, no, I just want to
For some
make sure.
reason. 7. 8. The reason why we're also on a deficit is to go even further and deeper on our range of motion. So more hips, more everything engaged.
Yeah.
So it's going deeper on your range of motion than your normal just here and go.
Okay. I hate Bulgarians. But she said that's what she cannot live without, so we're gonna check that out and see how she does it. I'm excited to learn a little bit different because I know I go a little bit lighter, but I think, so, especially someone who's on prep, I think it's gonna be a little bit more of intensity. Excited for that. So we'll see what happens.
The bar is set up low instead of high because I want you to use this as support, not really as to pull yourself up. So that way you can still engage more and get more out of your lift this way versus if I have it up here, I would be pulling with my arm. Does that make sense? So that's pretty much what I'm doing. We're just using it as support instead of actual help. And when coming up, keep some leeway on your leg, so don't lock it
Okay.
on the knee, so that way you can keep the glute engaged at all times.
Cool.
So almost like partial, but not quite partial. It's like in between full range and partial.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. 10. Okay. Escalators, not elevators. In other words, you're leaning your chest ever so slightly forward to engage the glute more, because if you stay upright more, it's gonna be more quad focused. So that's the difference between like Bulgarians to focus on quads and glutes.
Okay.
So escalator is slanted ever so slightly. Elevator goes up and down straight.
Escalators, escalators, escalators.
1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. 5, 9. Sit on your hip. 10.
That was like awkward on my foot.
See? I told you.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I don't like how it's sit. Oh.
do you feel it?
Workout was crazy. How you feeling?
I'm beat.
We got a really good work in and also some good advice. I love hearing your story. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
One of the main things I always like to close with, if you can go back and tell your beginner self, starting out with everything, starting out with life, when you first made that mindset change, if you could tell them one thing, you get 5 minutes with them, what would you want to tell her? Young Liz.
Well, to believe in yourself, and that no matter how alone you feel, you're really not truly alone. You always have somebody in your corner, and besides having somebody in your corner always, God is always with you, regardless of like what you think and what thoughts may go through. Like, he's always there for you, and he's there. He's listening.
That's good. That's good. Well, make sure y'all like, subscribe, follow her as well. Right here. See right there.
Right there.
Right there. But yeah, y'all take it easy. Keep it moving. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye. Have a blessed one.